RudeNation. It's time for the RudeBoyz Power Hour Plus, everybody.
Welcome to your doom.
Oh.
Mine's better.
All the villains are here. Kafka and Ganondorf and what's the guy's name from Altered Beast? It's like a weird name. It's like
I don't know.
It's like Geyser or some shit. I don't know.
Rise from your grave.
You mean?
Rise from your grave.
Yes. We're rising from our graves, much like the zombies and the ghouls and demons from RudeTuber, everybody. It's the RudeBoyz Power Hour Plus, episode 173, Tommy.
Yeah.
How's it going, Tom?
Is it 173?
I think so.
I don't know. We
I
don't
always
know.
throw numbers out there.
Yeah, we got fucking loosey-goosey motion still.
All right,
so.
listen, it's the RudeTuber. You gotta just be filled with the RudeTuber spirit.
I know.
Spirit.
I'm gonna be filled with the RudeTuber.
You're gonna be filled with something, all right?
I'm gonna.
The spirit of RudeTuber.
No. Like I said, Tom Vember's dead. Long live RudeTuber.
Fucking Mets. This is a fucking.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a shit
demon
shit
show right now. Anyway, yeah. So Tom Vember's up in the mix in a first. Shut up! It's the first few. You just said that's the future.
I said Tom Vember is dead. Long live RudeTuber.
Oh, okay, all right.
You
So
talked
it's
over
RudeTuber.
me.
Yeah, because the fucking Mets ruined everything. Anyway, much like Mets, it is RudeTuber.
Yes.
We're talking about RudeTuber stuff. Before we get into the thick of it, Tommy, we did talk a little bit about reaching out to the Discord, right?
Yes.
The RudeTuber questionnaire for the RudeNation over on our Discord. What was the question you asked, Tom, last episode?
Well, I don't know. I've asked two questions since.
Well, I want to know the question you asked. For just the listening audience, what was the question you asked? It was what
version of Dracula
is your favorite?
Is your favorite?
Right. And then what was your pick? Because I did not give mine to the Discord. I do want to reach out.
That's the whole point of the fucking Discord. Anyway.
No, but I wanted to... listen, this is... The Discord ain't here, my guy. I'm
here.
Well,
you know what? RudeNation, you need to get into the Discord so we can all have these bigger discussions.
Yes, I agree. I'm gonna put a reminder on my phone right now, everybody, to make up a quick URL for the Discord. But right now, you can go to linktr.ee/RudeBoyz. Every fucking time we try to be professional, something happens. Whether it's trying to shill our shit or the in memoriam segment, it's always something. It's very funny.
I think our last in memoriam was good.
Yeah, well,
1 out of 100 something.
Yeah, and join our Discord, yes, because we've got a lot of great conversation out there with a lot of great people in the nation. So the question we posed via podcast, though, your favorite adaptation of Dracula?
Yes.
And what is your favorite adaptation of Dracula, Tommy?
I mean, it's a big toss-up.
Okay.
Right? Between Bela Lugosi and Gary Oldman.
So the classic Universal depiction
Yeah.
of Dracula and the Bram Stoker's Dracula, right? Okay. Any other Dracula interpretation that you're into? As I add a reminder?
No, because, Leslie Nielsen's just funny.
I wanted to... That's not streaming anywhere, and that's unfortunate. Dracula Dead loving it.
I know. Neither is Repossessed, I don't think.
I don't know what that is.
Repossessed. It's another one of those Leslie Nielsen movies.
Oh, yeah?
That it deals with, Linda Blair gets possessed again.
What do you mean again? Oh, Linda Blair. I'm sorry. I'm thinking Linda Hamilton. I'm like, what the fuck? I got really confused. Sorry.
How are you fucking this tired and out of it? And I've worked all day.
Haven't been drinking, so I have been drinking.
You haven't been drinking?
Like, throughout the week to gain a tolerance, so some rum in my coffee and a spiked coffee is pretty good for me right now, mentally. Relax.
I'm relaxed.
And so what was the other gripe you had against me and my life and my livelihood and everything about me that was a personal attack towards me? What else did you have? What else did you say to me?
I've said a lot of things.
So, so you're going with the very typical,
Yeah.
the highlights. Those are your like you calling them the best? Or you calling them your favorite?
I mean, to me, I think those are the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like, because I didn't talk about this on the Discord, so this is a nice little, a nice little nugget we were keeping for us, just for us on the podcast.
Didn't know that.
I texted you that.
Did you?
Yes, I did. I like the Dracula in Castlevania. So the little bit of lore we get from Dracula in games like Symphony of the Night, obviously, and what was the GBA one? Harmony of Dissonance. This is good stuff, but I think the Netflix adaptation does a great job.
Yeah.
It
takes from Symphony of the Night.
Well, no, 100%,
which I did.
100%. It takes from Symphony and Rondo, and oh wait, no, well, yeah, it takes from Symphony, it takes from Rondo, it takes from Dracula's Curse, Castlevania 3, and it takes from Curse of Darkness, but basically the lore of Dracula is very much expounded upon in the Netflix show, talking about why he really hates humanity and he really is sympathetic, and then he becomes a fucking prick towards the end of it, which is really good because he's not really like the main villain.
Kill his wife.
Yeah, but you want to like root for him because like he was wronged, and then like, oh no, you need to root for the good guys, and so like they turn that shit around. So that was a really good interpretation.
That's
of
a
him.
good interpretation. Yeah.
I like also, speaking of Gary Oldman, I have to sneeze, motherfucker. Oh,
what the
God,
fuck?
The fucking Mets, bro. I like. There's a little game that came out on the N64 called Conker's Bad Fur Day, which has a lot of movie parodies of the time. They do a Matrix parody, they do a Saving Private Ryan parody, and they do a Bram Stoker's Dracula parody. So Conker's uncle is like Gary Oldman Dracula.
Okay.
So he's very over the top. He's very much like, and I can quote that game word for word. I won't now because I'm just a little not in my wits, and I don't want to be embarrassing. I know, first time for everything. So,
who are you? What have you done with Christ?
But I never saw Bram Stoker's Dracula. So seeing that, it's like seeing Spaceballs versus seeing Star Wars. Like, I've seen the parody of this, so like if I saw Bram Stoker's Dracula, I'd be like, oh, I get it now.
And that's
you know
fine.
What I mean? I want to see Bram Stoker's Dracula because I've heard it's really good.
It really is.
Yeah.
Francis Ford Coppola, does a really good job. I gotta also say, Luke Evans.
Oh, in the
Dracula Untold. I saw that for the first time last year. That shit was really good.
It seemed like it was. They just like...
They got shit on.
Well, yeah, because they made a Dracula movie, then they're like, oh, yeah, that's the first of the Dark Universe. No, wait, no, it's not.
No,
it's
the Mummy is
movie.
now. And
oh, shit, that
shit,
movie sucked, too. We'll see you in the theme park in a couple years. But, yeah, so it's those two. Obviously, that Dracula, he's a squirrel. It doesn't... Whatever. And then Dracula in Marvel Comics, like, I always just forget that Dracula is in Marvel Comics. Like, and having him pop up and, just randomly and be, like that Moon Knight meme where it's like, it's the goddamn Dracula. Like, I'm like, yeah, it's Dracula. Yeah, it's like the Dracula.
Dracula,
like,
where's my money, you goddamn nerd?
This is probably the 17th time I asked you this. You did not read Dark Ages? I think it was Tom Taylor. Might have been. I don't know. It's really good. I should probably let you borrow it.
You let me borrow Twilight, Avengers Twilight, not Twilight.
Oh yeah, but not. I'm not. Not the Stephanie Meyer book. No, but I thought. Obviously months and months ago. But anyway, Dracula pops up there, and again, it's like something you're like, oh yeah, right. Dracula's like a fucking Marvel Comics character. And it's just it's funny like that. But I like that
because they have Dracula versus Apocalypse.
Sure, yeah. Because why wouldn't you have Dracula versus all these people?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Any good ones pop out from the Discord, Tommy? That you remember? I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I am.
Yeah, I know you are.
Sorry.
A feeling you said the Luke Evans.
Right. Okay. Great.
Leroy. Put Leslie Nielsen.
Right. Man, I wish that movie was streaming, man. I do love me some Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah. Big Joe put Gary Oldman or Max Schreck from Nosferatu.
Sure.
And honestly, I gotta say,
he put something else too, but
yeah,
in typical Big Joe
porn,
fashion,
yeah.
it was a softcore porn.
John Malkovich portraying Max Schreck in the movie Shadow of the Vampire.
Okay.
That shit was real. That movie was really good. It was about the filming of Nosferatu and how, like, Max Schreck, like, kind of, like, went really deep into, like, the character.
Uh-huh.
I cannot wait for the Nosferatu remake. I hope it's really good.
Is that coming out this month? Or?
It's coming out in December.
Oh,
around
sure.
Christmas.
Spookiest season, the spookiest month of the year.
December? No. Christmas movies are creepy, man.
Yeah. Kraven, this. Yeah.
Bill Skarsgård's going to be playing him.
Kraven? That's crazy.
That's so Kraven.
That's so Kraven.
Oh, Jesus.
But yeah, that's just a little taste of the conversation we have with our Discord that you guys can join through our link tree, linktr.ee/RudeBoyz. Do you want to give us a little sample of what you asked the nation through the Discord, Tommy boy?
So this is actually going to be in correlation of what we are going to be doing on this episode is your favorite slasher. Like, who is your top tier slasher, nation?
What are some examples of a slasher? What would you define as a slasher? Because I am not a horror movie guy. I don't think I've seen...
Scream,
Ghostface, Michael Myers,
right? Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger.
So the iconic
Art from Terrifier.
Is that a triple fucking play?
I think so.
God, you gotta believe everybody.
Or it might have been a double.
Yeah,
I think
well,
the guy's still on the mound.
All right. End of the sixth, baby. Oh, he's calling it.
Yeah. Which the Terrified movies are. Whew, man, there's something.
Is he a slasher? That boy? What's his name?
Art.
Art
the Clown.
Art the Clown.
Yeah.
The cat. Oh yeah, Lonzo wasn't on the fucking bag. Oh.
He kind of looks like he was.
I love the slow-mos and shit, which everybody has an opinion now.
Yeah.
Art the Clown, he's a slasher.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Fucked up movie, man.
Art the Clown.
I like the first
Michael
one.
Myers. Can drive a car. Freddy Krueger.
Who the fuck taught him how to drive a car?
Freddy Kruegs. Ghostface.
Not Ghostface Killer, but
not Ghostface Killer. Ironic, though, right?
Yeah.
Ironic. Oh, he got it, bro. Cut the fucking shit.
Yeah, he got that.
Your boys are very distracted. What else? Are there any other maybe off the beaten path slashers? So
there is a movie called the Town That Dreaded Sundown.
Okay.
They don't give the slasher a name. I call him Baghead.
Okay.
Alright. The dude from Creep, I would say.
Yeah, you would call him a slasher? Does he? Do you have to slash to be a slasher?
I mean,
like, would you consider Jigsaw a slasher
or a serial killer?
So, okay,
like Hannibal, like not Hannibal Lecter, but Buffalo Bill. I would consider.
I don't know. I feel like you would. I don't know. Like, I feel like you need to be. You got to be in the midst. Like, yeah, I know a serial killer is in the fucking get their hands dirty and everything like that. But, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like they have to be the force or something like that. Like, would you, by that definition, would you call Jigsaw a slasher? Because his movies aren't slashers, though.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
I don't know what I would call him.
I mean, he's like a serial killer.
Yeah.
Or he's like a manipulator. He's
the great
puppet master.
Yes,
There you go. Maybe like, I know in the Discord we were talking about Pinhead was a slasher. I don't really know how Pinhead operates too much, if it's just magic and shit. Like,
Oh,
You know what I mean? Do they need
Hellraiser.
Do they need like some sort of weapon or something like that? Nation, this is what you can expect to see in our Discord. By the way, this type of heated conversation,
and then ADHD happens, and we talk about something else.
Oh, 100%.
Someone will say something else, and we'll get all distracted.
So yes, join the Discord. Get into our link tree, linktr.ee/RudeBoyz. That gets into all of our social media platforms. And what we would love from you, Nation, we asked this last episode. It felt like a year.
It really does with the way these recordings have been.
We asked you this time to go onto your podcast platform of choice, review us, rank us, give us 5 stars, screenshot it, send it to us via Instagram, just like our boy TJ, man. TJ, a RudeNation soldier in the Discord when we Twitch stream, active in the community.
Yep.
And we're going to give him a shout out. Well, not we. But Michael Morbius!
DJ, thank you so much for supporting the boys!
There you go, Michael. Thank you for that. How's your Rootober been, Michael?
Very boring. I haven't eaten any from the fat little pig that's your co-host.
Well, all right. Well, we're trying to. We don't want any sort of repeats from what happened last year, where you just kind of took him. I know you made a major motion picture. You were high on your own supply. It was Morbin time.
It's always Morbin time.
Right. I get it. I
can't wait to bite into Kraven.
Right. Oh God.
Hunt that little Tom Holland bastard!
I mean, don't get me wrong. Apparently, people are saying with Venom 3, which is going to be presumably the last Venom movie, we're still going to get Null. So it's cool that we got Venom without Spider-Man, and we're going to get Null without Venom. So we're probably going to have to see you, Michael Morbius, back again fighting the god of symbiotes.
So I cannot wait to wear a symbiote!
Oh,
it
Jesus.
Will make my thirst greater!
Alright, Michael. Thank you so much. We're going to have to send you back to the Belfry in the studio. Yep, okay, thank you. Thank you, but Nation, if you do want to get a shout out from Michael Morbius again, we'll summon him down. Just again, review us on your podcast platform of choice. Send a screenshot our way, and you'll get a little shout out. We appreciate that. We appreciate you, Nation, and everything you do for the RudeBoyz.
I was waiting for that not to work.
I know, right? Yeah, we gotta dust the fucking dust off that.
That dust off.
So let's get into the episode proper, Tommy. And we always get into the podcast proper with
who is in our mouth.
So, this is from a local distillery.
So fucking scared.
Rough Rider Rye Whiskey. It's called the Big Stick.
Rough Rider.
Rough Rider.
DMX.
Stop.
Rough
Drop.
Riders.
Shut them down. Open up shop. Oh no, that's how Rough Riders roll. But no, this is a reference to Teddy Roosevelt and his band of miscreants. Probably actual slave catchers. I don't know. I like Teddy Roosevelt. I don't want to ruin that.
His big stick policy.
His big stick policy, baby. Speak softly, carry a big stick. This is 121 proof. Oh, I've got you. 121 proof, so it's a little on the hefty side. And what we're going to do right now is going to take a little sampling. Just a little bit. Tom's a taste victim. Tom has a very refined palate. But I did get some nice walnut bitters. I have some banana syrup, and apparently that's an amazing combination. So, here we go, Tommy. Let's clink this up. I don't have high hopes, but here we go. Wow. Woo. God. Whoa, I'm tearing up.
It's a
Fuck.
stronger,
Yeah.
lighter
No.
larceny.
Okay.
Like it's definitely a strong. You know,
Okay.
larceny kind of
Yeah.
larceny kind of has that syrupy feel to it.
I don't know about syrupy. I know what you mean by lighter. I know what you mean by stronger.
Yeah. It's good.
God.
That's a good sipper. I could probably just drink that neat.
What do you taste on that, Tom? What's on the back end of that, brother? I don't know if I know. It's got spice, malty sweetness. That's just bullshit. That's just like, yeah, spice and sweetness.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool, guy. Yeah, way to fucking narrow it down. Like, no vanilla, no cherry, or anything like that.
No, I mean, like I said, there's spice.
Yeah, there's spice, but there's no, specific spice.
I think it's just meant to enjoy sipping. I am curious how it tastes with the walnut bitters and the banana syrup.
Yes, no, I forgot to get the banana syrup, so I'm going to go get that. I'm going to just do a quick ETA on the pizza.
That we've been waiting for 3 hours for.
It's coming away 7 minutes, so when the pizza comes, I'll grab the...
Pizza time!
There you go! So this episode is going to basically entail just, again...
bullshit session.
Okay, yeah. Or loosey-goosey. Both are phrases you do not appreciate.
I wasn't being disparaging.
You called bullshit session.
Yeah, like a bullshit session.
All
like,
right. How about a conversation? What a nice chat, Tom.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
It's
you
Rudetober, in case anybody was unaware that it's Rudetober. But let's not talk about Rudetober right now, because I want to talk about The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom.
Okay.
I finished it up, 100%ed it, because I knew it was happening. I knew, towards the end of it, I'm like, all right, it's over. And I do have a tendency to 100% Zelda games as best as I can. And I think I kind of fell off that with Breath of the Wild, because there's just a fucking shit ton to do, and there's 900 Korok seeds to get, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. But I would complete them to the best of my abilities. So get all the heart pieces, get all the pieces of heart, sure. Upgrades, yes. Equipment, outfits, do all the side quests, do all the missions and stuff like that. Got all that stuff done. And for a 2D Zelda game, it's definitely in my top 5.
Okay.
My top 5, just off the top of my head, would probably be, maybe it would be top 3. No, top 5, because my top 5 would... top 1, 100% is Link to the Past for Super Nintendo. Love me some Minish Cap, which... Did you try that Switch Online code?
I did.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it because I knew you had Switch Online at
one
point. Okay, that's great then.
It works. I have until...
It's a year, right?
September.
Okay.
To cancel it.
Nice. I would definitely try Minish Cap on the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, you keep saying
because
that.
that is
came off so much ruder than I
No, I have been, because until they made a sequel to Link to the Past, Link Between Worlds, Minish Cap was probably my favorite Link to the Past air quote sequel.
Okay.
But Link Between Worlds is up there. Echoes of Wisdom, and I might say I do like Link's Awakening. And I'm glad you like Link's Awakening too.
I really
I'm very happy for you.
The remake.
The remake, yeah.
Really good.
I might, if it's gonna be top. I don't need to play the Oracle games again that came out for Game Boy Color, but I think the original Legend of Zelda. I only played that game once. Excuse me. I'm definitely due for a fucking replay, but yeah. So it would be Link to the Past, Echoes of Wisdom, not in any particular order except for Link to the Past. Mm-hmm. Link to the Past, Echoes of Wisdom, Minish Cap, Link Between Worlds, and the original LOZ.
Okay.
Would be my top-down 2D Zeldas.
Okay.
As far as it's definitely in the top. It's not my top 5 of Zeldas all time, because then you throw Twilight Princess in there, you throw Tears of the Kingdom in there, you throw Ocarina in there. It's it's definitely top 10. But
okay.
I did enjoy it. It took me a while to kind of grasp the whole summoning echoes mechanic.
Yeah, you were saying that.
Because you're not really... You could deal damage directly when you can use the sword fighter stance to, which you do in bosses and stuff when you're just fuck this shit,
right.
Fine, I'll do it myself, sort of Thanos moment. But it's a good world. it's done well. Like, something I love in games nowadays that, like, older games, like, if they remade Link to the Past, let's say,
Okay.
and they had a counter of how many pieces of heart you picked up, or, you know, your you know, like, what am I trying to say? Like, collectibles or anything like that, items. I love that shit.
Okay.
And this has this, you know, like, you know, how many pieces of heart you picked up, how many,
Right.
You go around the world, there's, like, stamp tables, and you collect stamps, and that's, like, that'll lead to an unlockable, you know what I mean? It's just, like, these fun little side mini-games they got in Zelda, which is another appreciation to the past of, you know, I would say before Ocarina, because, like, Link to the Past, I'm sorry, Link's Awakening, did you do the item trading minigame?
No.
Where you got, like, the Yoshi doll and stuff?
Yes, actually, yeah.
We did the Yoshi doll, and then it's like, you give the Yoshi doll to this kid,
Yeah.
and you get the bow,
Yeah.
and you get the bow, and you give it to that, and you get the thing, and you get to that.
Yeah.
Like that. Like, that's... I love that shit, you know,
Okay.
because that's... To me, that's a very classic Zelda trope that after Wind Waker, they don't do anymore, for whatever reason. You know, it is what it is. But they kind of have similar stuff in Echoes of Wisdom. Good dungeons. Like I said, great world, great, you know, it talks a lot, whatever, it's a modern Nintendo game.
Mm-hmm.
I think it ran fine. Definitely,
Why have there been issues saying that?
well, okay, so you just played Link's Awakening, and people have been saying that, like, did you play it on the like, handheld on the
Both.
Switch? You played it both, okay. Did you notice that, like, the game would kind of, like, stutter a bit? No, you didn't? Okay. Because that was, like, a big point of contention with that remake. Can't imagine why, because the game looks very low maintenance, I suppose, you know?
People just want to bitch, and they
Oh,
want,
yeah.
and they want to, and they
I paid $60. This game should run at 4K,
And they
60
wanna-
FPS.
and they want to
and
pick it
suck
apart.
my cock.
Maybe the fucking game isn't meant to play on your fucking 4K TV, you
Right.
fucking goon.
I mean, the game, listen, if the game was broken as fuck, you got me.
yeah.
I'll admit to it. I can't play some, like, famously, when I was trying to play Spider-Man games years ago, playing the Amazing Spider-Man movie tie-in game on the
Okay.
Wii U, that game would fucking, like, chug. And I'm like, I can't fucking play this. This is, like,
Right,
this
right.
is this is breakable
Yeah.
for me, you know? But this, I think, played perfectly fine. I would like, when you're ready, Tom, you should borrow this just to see.
Yeah,
You know what
I know, but
I
you've
don't
already,
think you would like it, but
you've already,
you might,
yeah. I mean, you've already discouraged me from playing because
well,
you're like,
prove me
this
wrong,
is,
bitch.
this is not a Tom game.
I don't think it is, but
No,
I
and
think.
I'm fine.
But
I don't
now that
need-
I've
I have nothing to prove, so I'm fine not
like that.
playing. So don't worry about me.
all right, well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I think just it might, because now that I've really, I think my initial was like, I didn't even know if it was a game for me, but because it's Zelda, tattoo on my hand, like, I'm like, I have to fucking play this game. You know what I mean? You give it a shot. Can't be any worse than Ocarina. Could be, actually.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to.
All right.
I'm gonna be
I
honest.
appreciate you being honest with me, Tom. But okay, so that's that.
I was getting annoyed with the characters the little bit I was watching you play.
Oh, like just them yapping around
Yeah,
and shit.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's a
shut
fucking
up.
yappy game, bro.
Like, just shut up and let me play.
Yeah, it does a lot of, like, you have a little that might be a thing to do, which you might be completely clueless about. It's just like your little sidekicks
Strike this piece of
on
shit
Zelda,
Uh-huh.
like Navi and Tattle and the Eslo and
Right.
You know, that's a later Zelda trope. But try the little fairy or creature that follows you around. Doesn't shut the fuck up sometimes, man.
Oh my god.
And it's consistent. You
The
know,
little
it's like
the little bit that I played of Twilight Princess.
Midna. Yeah.
Is that the one that goes, listen?
Of Twilight Princess or of Ocarina of Time?
Oh, is it Ocarina? Yeah, regardless.
Ocarina's Navi. Yeah,
both of them.
Fairy.
Both of them. I just wanted to drown.
It's a little much. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. But yeah, no, it's a yappy game, but it's good. It's really good. It's like I said, it makes my top 5. It's in my top 10 Zelda games, 100%,
Okay.
110%. Tommy, you done anything non-Rootober you want to maybe just kind of clear the deck on before we get into Rootober?
I've been playing, so plugging away with Final Fantasy VI.
Nice.
I'm up to the part where everyone fuck that guy.
Kafka.
I'm up to the part where you're all separated and you gotta try to get everyone back.
So you're in the what they call the world of ruin.
Yeah. I just got the airship back, so that makes my life a little bit easier.
Okay, got you. Who have you collected so far? Because I think I think you could pick them in any order, really.
Yeah.
Well, some
Locke, I think you have to get last.
Yes, I think you have to get Locke last, and I think you can get Terra whenever after
yeah.
you gotta.
I have everyone, but the old man you get
Yes.
with his granddaughter.
Yes.
The granddaughter I don't have.
Okay.
She's sleeping, but now she's disappearing. She's not in the house you left her in.
Huh.
Shocker.
Okay. Was she on the airship for you to?
I think I gotta go down below deck.
Okay.
And I have to get
Did you get Edgar, Sabin?
Yeah.
Okay, got them.
Yeah, I mean Edgar, Sabin, and Terra and Celeste are my main. The ones who I have until I get Locke and I kick Edgar out. Locke.
You're a Locke guy, right? Because
Yeah.
I didn't really fuck around with Locke too much.
Edgar's a fucking creep. I want nothing to do with him.
Edgar's a creep. Edgar's a fucking beast in battle.
He is. So I mean, so is Sabin.
Yes.
But I mean,
those Figaro boys, man, they're good.
Yeah, but fucking Terra's a beast.
With Terra also
with the fucking magic.
True, very true.
Yeah, no, Locke. I really like. I like his whole story and everything.
Yeah, Locke has a good story. You're right. I just didn't really gravitate towards Locke's mechanics, because that's how I looked at it. Like I was just like, how can I play game? And I didn't really like the stealing thing. Cool, but
it's easier than Sabin.
Well, Sabin's more. I like Sabin, like the control stick sort of stuff. Like I like that stuff. Plus, if you do auto battle, it just does it automatically.
Yeah.
All right, listen. I'm just telling you. Sometimes I'm sitting there. I just want him to do fucking suplexes. Everybody. I don't care. Or Rising Phoenix or whatever the fuck. His all area attack.
True. I just feel like it's lazy, and that's no way to play the game.
Fair. All right. But I'm glad you're hitting it, and
Sorry.
hopefully you'll. No, it's okay. It's all good. It's how I live my life, and it's a direct attack.
It doesn't feel too good, does it?
Yeah, that doesn't. But yeah, so maybe you think you might have another episode or two with the Final Fantasy VI.
We'll see.
Okay, just curious.
Like I said, I've been playing 14 here and there.
Right, sure.
But honestly, I've just been focusing on Rootober.
Rootober stuff.
Long live Rootober.
Long live Rootober. Alright, we're going to talk about some Rootober stuff. We just got some pizza. We got now the Rough Rider rye whiskey with the banana syrup, with the black walnut bitters, Tommy. Old-fashioned style. Clink it up. Ooh. Mmm. Ooh, that burns, too.
Especially when you have chapped lips.
Oh. My lips are so chapped. This, I think, is my best banana syrup batch, too, by the way.
It's good, but it doesn't...
I still get that burn.
That bourbon definitely overpowers everything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you think? I mean, I get the sweetness of the banana.
Oh, no, I do as well, but, the bourbon's on the back end.
There. Yeah, no, the bourbon's like, no, I'm still here, my guy.
Yep.
But good stuff so far. So, Tommy, let's talk about Agatha. Agatha all along. We were talking about it a little bit last episode. You started it. I binged it. Right now, Nation, as per recording, it's only the first 5 episodes, I think, right now. So we're gonna be a little loosey goosey with the with the talks. Right?
Spoilers.
Yep, 2 weeks too bad.
2 weeks too bad. It's like a week
It's more
too
than
bad.
it's more than. Well, I'm just saying
a week out, guy.
since the shit started, and obviously it's still concurrent. The mid-season trailer just dropped.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I don't want to.
Nah, honestly, the only thing it does is it spoils the twist at the end. Which, if you're a comic book fan,
Yeah,
you
we're
already knew what
calling
the
it.
fucking twist was.
You
So,
were fucking
spoiler alert for
calling it.
Agatha all along. The teen John Locke, I think Joe Locke is the actor's name. I believe.
Joe Locke.
Joe Locke. It's Billy Maximoff. It's Wanda's kid. It's Wiccan.
If you didn't know,
Now you know.
like, yeah, it was definitely like, yep, here I am.
Yeah.
Ba-boom. Catherine Hahn, I love as Agatha.
She's good. So
Didn't realize how short she was.
I binged it all over the weekend. I started watching it on Saturday. When they started doing like the cop stuff in the beginning,
That was a little weird.
I was like, "What the fuck am I watching?"
Yeah,
but
yeah.
now I realize it was remnants of WandaVision, which I think is still one of our favorite Disney Plus shows. Yeah, top 3. Talk to me, Tom.
5?
Top 5? Okay.
Yeah. I'm a big sucker for what do you call it?
It's not bad. A little cold, but
Well, I mean, it took 45 hours to
Yeah,
get
fair.
here. I don't know. I'm a big sucker for what do you call it?
you like Hawkeye. I know that.
Hawkeye, and I really enjoyed Falcon Winter Soldier.
Yeah. I like She-Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, definitely top 10. Oh, no, you said top 5. Definitely top 5. WandaVision was. Yeah, I think we can agree that She-Hulk, top 5. Falcon, top 5. WandaVision, top 5. You say Hawkeye. I'm gonna table that real quick. Any of the Loki season 1? What did you think about that? I mean, that's definitely top. If it's not top 5, it's like the 6th.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay. I know how you feel about Moon Knight. Ms. Marvel you liked. Ms. Marvel was interesting. I don't know if I would call it top 5 for me. What the fuck else did they put out? All right, we'll just round about say top 5.
Yeah.
Like that. Okay. But it definitely bleeds a lot of WandaVision,
Which is good.
and Multiverse of Madness too.
I'm wondering if we're gonna get Elizabeth Olsen.
Right, as like a cameo, or
Yeah.
just like towards the end or something. Like, does this, introduce whatchamacallit, or reintroduce Scarlet Witch back into the MCU?
Yeah. Is it gonna also introduce Speed at all? Is it gonna introduce Hulkling?
Is it going to introduce Mephisto? Is it going to introduce
I don't know.
Blackheart? Like they did drop Mephisto for the first time in
I don't know if
any
you,
of these fucking live action
If
shows.
you ask any fucking goon on
Yeah.
YouTube, it's like, oh, Mephisto.
Well, yeah. Because that's the go-to stuff. I have gripes, though.
They would know Mephisto from Mephisto.
Sure. I just think there's just too much mainstreamingness of the Marvel stuff. Meaning, like, you got to make this stuff as digestible as possible. And because people, I think, still, to their own detriment, think that any Marvel thing is for them, when that is not true.
Right.
Like, that's why you can do things like Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special and, She-Hulk and Ms. Marvel and these things that are divisive, but,
Right.
like, my guy, guess what?
Or
It's
even
not
the Marvels
for
for
you. Or
that.
the Marvels, or the Eternals, or, like,
Well, I don't think the Eternals was for anyone.
but they still did it. You know what I mean? Like, they did it. Like, I didn't like it. Like, okay, cool. That's great. You're allowed to not like it. So
But just shut your fucking mouth and you don't gotta fucking go on the internet
and
like
I think
a dumb twat.
And I think that just like the whole magic aspect of the Marvel Universe in general, comics, television, and movies, and this will bookend nicely with our whole Rudetober talk, is interesting because it's like when we think magic, like the first magical person we
recipe.
Okay, yeah. Well, all right, fine. That's how you But like the first magic person we're introduced to in the MCU really is Doctor Strange. Even though even though Wanda was introduced, we don't really like know like what her powers are. You know what I mean? Like
they made it more magic because they weren't allowed to call her a mutant.
Yeah, or I don't even know if did they call it magic or did she just had like they even talk about. I mean, Quicksilver. They just say she's strange.
Yeah,
but like Quicksilver, you can see he runs fast. Yeah. Got it. But like Scarlet Witch, like you see her do like, mind, like possession stuff. Like nobody's like. They're just seeing like, oh, she's got like mind control powers or something. You know what I mean? And she can lift a blowing up man and it blows a building up. I mean, thanks Civil War.
Going back to like, sorry.
There's many aspects of magic.
Yeah.
That I like that I want to swing back around when we talk about RudeBoyz Game Club, Midnight Suns. But and I like that, but I think that it's very dumbed down, and it's very like here's the episode where they ride brooms and and do this and like I'm like I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in Wiccan's priorities, what his goal is. Teens, whatever you want to call him, Billy. We know because it was leaked, and I don't think it was really very explicit in the show.
I mean, he's wearing the same type of crown.
No, that yes, that was the big reveal of episode 5. But I'm saying Aubrey Plaza's character, Rio Vidal.
Right.
It was revealed or announced or leaked or whatever that the Rio Funko Pop is death.
Okay.
Right.
We
talked about this.
Did we?
Yes.
All fair?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
We talk about a lot.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad all that stuff kind of...
Guy!
Shut
up.
Which, by the way, I guess Thanos was right, because, I mean, snap a fucking... half the universe for Aubrey Plaza. Okay, you got me.
So, yeah, I was definitely...
Thanos the simp, baby.
I was definitely sad when I didn't see Aubrey Plaza, and then when she came back, I was like, oh, there she is.
Oh, yeah, no, I knew she was... Yeah. I mean, again, because
I didn't know what aspect she was coming
I binged the first 5 episodes, so, like, I'm not watching it live. I'm also not watching it like a non-comic book fan, so I don't really, like... I can't put 2 and 2 together and realize, like, oh, well, that's Billy... holy fuck, Maximoff.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, I know who that is already. Like, I'm not an idiot. Be a twist if it wasn't.
Yeah, watch its fucking...
Mephisto.
It's her stupid son scratches.
Yeah, okay, and then that's another thing. I don't really, like Agatha's fucking... Like, I don't really give a shit about Agatha's motivation. I really don't. What is she gonna get? Her powers back? Cool. I don't care.
I actually like all the other witches.
Yes, I like them more than I'm watching Agatha.
And I like the... I mean, every time something disgusting happens and they get something splashed on them, I just think of Jen Barkley from Parks and Rec. Poncho!
I don't remember that scene that you're talking about.
It's in... I want to say it's the last season when she's running Ben's campaign.
Okay.
And she comes to the house and she's wearing a poncho. Like a rain poncho, and one of their kids runs by and like splashes like some like food on her. And goes like, she's like, haha, see, I learned coming here. Poncho.
I don't know. You'd have to show me the scene. I don't know. I truly don't know.
Just just rewatch Parks and Rec. It's a fantastic fucking show.
Eventually, after we're done rewatching Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
And what else did I want to rewatch?
I would actually like me, you, and your girlfriend to maybe try to do a series of rewatching Parks and Rec together.
Okay.
And like recording it and such. So I think that would be fun.
She's a tough nut to crack because like we were just so like full disclosure, not Rudetober related. The NLCS National League Championship Series right now with the Mets are in, and we watched the game 1 of that, and she's talking to me about the Mets and baseball rules and stuff like that.
You're allowed,
and I'm like, I'm not saying I'm not allowed, but I'm saying I
want to let you know that you are.
I appreciate that, Tom. Thank you for the permission. And I'm like, this could be a good like a fucking 15-minute episode, you know, of just learning about baseball and shit. Oof, good catch, man. You know, just you know, that to me that's content, you know what I mean? And that I appreciate. And she's just like, what? Who would listen to that? And I'm like, well, first off, who listens to this? But, you know, 173 episodes plus movies and top tens and Russell specials and this and that, you know, over 7,000 downloads on the Podbean network.
That's fucking bananas.
That is. Oh, banana syrup.
Banana syrup.
Clink it up, Tommy. It is bananas, yes, and we're grateful for every download we've ever gotten on the Podbean, and on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts and everything, the Podbean app. But that would be an interesting little, because we were talking about that with like Game of Thrones or something like that, and
a while back.
House of Dragons.
Game of Thrones is kind of weak.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was gonna say, like, going back to WandaVision, because it's
Agatha or WandaVision?
Well, Agatha entwined
Okay.
with Agatha. Agatha.
Agamemnon.
Shut up. I actually hated in WandaVision that they used Peter Evans Quicksilver.
Cold.
Yeah, well, again, it was 90 minutes late.
Yeah, that was a fucking...
I hated that. I wish they would have gotten that Aaron Taylor.
That's a twist for twist's sake.
Yeah, I thought that was stupid.
I'm with you. I liked it was a good twist, and it was a good, like, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Because it was also, like... I like the fact that, you know, because we saw the Peter Evans... Wait. Which one was which?
Huh?
Which was the MCU Quicksilver?
Aaron
Taylor.
The dude who's going to be
Johnson.
Kraven.
Yes. And then to bring the Fox Quicksilver, and it be
It was
like,
a slap in the face.
I think it was interesting. So watching that live, not live, but like, you know, when it was week by week, because that was the first Disney Plus show, that was fun, because it's like, what the fuck are they going to do? You know what I mean? Like, are they, like, blurring the universes? Are we, like, what's happening? Like, is he the new Quicksilver? Like, it turns out he's Rick Boner. It's a dick joke. Thanks, Kevin Feige. But, you know what I mean? Like, that was like, ooh, okay, this is cool. Because this is fresh out of, no, not fresh out of Endgame yet, but, no, it was, yeah. Wait, Black Widow was first, or WandaVision was first? First new content of Disney Plus, of MCU. I think it might have been Black Widow.
I think so. And you could say that dick joke for when you fucking actually bring Nova in.
Yeah.
Anyway, fucking, we digress.
What do you want from Agatha all along? Before I get into that, I'm sorry. I know how you feel about the use of Kang.
First of all, I hope you review these guys and tell them that it's trash.
What's
The
happening?
pizza.
The pizza's good. It's cold, though.
Yeah, I hope you have to review on Uber Eats and fucking let them know that it's fucking garbage.
I should do that. It was too cold. It is good pizza, though.
Because this ain't the first time
Yeah?
our food's coming cold.
Uber Eats, we're coming for you, bitch. I know your thoughts on using Kang for the multiverse saga, initially. And I know your thoughts on Jonathan Majors as a human being. But from what I read, this show, Agatha All Along, was going to have a lot more multiverse implications, because I think, like, Immortus, again, in the MCU, Immortus was the author of the Darkhold. So now, with all of the pulling the plug of Kang in general, I'm curious if this is going to be more kind of standalone-y, or if they're going to pull some sort of, like, when we watch Avengers Doomsday, Doom's writing the Darkhold or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, how are they gonna tie all these things together that they used to do in the first three phases? You know, with the big bad, or with the big plot device. You know what I mean? Like, I'm curious because it sounds like they had a plan. They just were not patient, and Jonathan Majors had to beat up his girlfriend. And also, King sucks. I get it, but at the time they didn't have Doom, so it's like, what are you gonna do? It makes me want to see.
So,
it's up there with like Edgar Wright's vision for Ant-Man,
right.
or like all these like what ifs.
I agree.
You know? And not what if, but like I'm curious on like all the cutting room floor ideas that these had.
So, I was reading an article that Robert Downey Jr. is not going to be the only Doom.
Okay.
So, I would actually, because we know Doom has he has ties to magic.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So, show him at the end of Agatha, or a version of Doom, like
Right.
you just see the gauntlet riding the Darkholme. That's how you can get people psyched for this.
I'm down with that, and I'm
and
sure
we don't
that's
know what
probably
Doom
they will do.
And we don't know what Doom it is.
Right. I'm sure
Which
that's
I
probably,
like.
I'm sure that's probably what they will end up doing. I'm just like, to be like, if in a perfect world, no COVID, fans weren't up in arms with these movies are too woke, Jonathan Majors drama, Kang just being a fucking, just a wet fart. I'm just curious on what this phase would look like, you know, if it was like everything ran perfect. However, that doesn't really necessarily diminish how I feel about Agatha right now. I feel like Agatha's probably going to be like, I don't know, there in my list of Disney Plus shows. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I probably think, as of now, I think I still like Moon Knight more.
Really?
Because I think just Moon Knight just kind of kept... Moon Knight's an interesting character. I don't really need the ensemble stuff. Also, I didn't really like Loki until the season was done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once and that's the thing. I need to see the whole season to be like, okay. Conversely, I think I like Ms. Marvel more episode to episode than I liked from beginning to end. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like the full story. I was like, all right, that was fine. You know, but episode to episode was like, oh, this is new. This is interesting.
Yeah, no, and especially when you heard the X-Men music
Well, yeah, of course.
after. I don't know what I do want to. And even honestly, the two things I would like to see at the end of Agatha is, as we said, Darkhold.
Mm-hmm.
And I would even say we see Haley Steinfeld going. But I saw something. It's like, oh, look at all these like young Avengers.
Uh-huh.
Who has been the one person who's kind of been tied to all the new heroes that they've shown?
Hang on.
And he's one of the older people.
Is it all the new?
Hawkeye. Have Hawkeye be the mentor for the Young Avengers? If they do a Young Avengers movie?
What was his connection to Ms. Marvel, though?
Well, I mean, he brought, Kate Bishop, and then Kate Bishop went to go approach Ms. Marvel at the end of the Marvels.
No, the other way around. Ms. Marvel went to go approach Kate Bishop. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Ms. Marvel was like the Nick Fury
No,
in that
Kate
post-credit
Bishop
scene.
was.
No.
Kate Bishop was...
No. Do we want to look it up right now? No, you're wrong. But
you know what? I'm seeing it.
You're seeing it reverse. You got Uno reverse card in your brain.
Yeah, I do.
I got you.
But I mean, still, like, and then, obviously, White Widow's not going to be part of the Young Avengers.
I'm part of the Thunderbolts.
Which I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
But that would be cool to see Clint as, like, a mentor for the
I feel
younger...
Like you're going to need an adult. And if it's not Vision, like how it was in Young Avengers, right? Or a version of Vision, whatever the fuck it was. I don't want to get involved.
Apparently Tom Holland...
Or Tom Holland.
Tom Holland's going to be the main focus for the next two.
Sure,
Which makes
yes.
sense.
Give me pictures of Spider-Man. Yes, please.
I agree, 100%.
Sony, you're not doing it, Sony, for me. Sony, you're not doing it, Sony.
Huh, that's a weird name.
Every time, I don't know how you pronounce that. I'm assuming it's Kike.
Not the way I would.
Yeah, I figured. What the? Where's this guy going? Oh, he's gonna bunt. Oh my god.
What a cunt.
Fuck. Every time I watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, makes me want to make my own Superior Foes movie with that cast and save the Sony movies, like I did. The more and more they fuck up, the more and more I am just riled up.
Sony's
to
probably
do
going to be
something.
done soon, so it's okay.
Well, Tom, like we said, Noel's gonna continue. Noel's gonna return even after a non-Venom movie. Like, cool, great, we're doing this now again. You're doing everything backwards.
Yeah. So
We're gonna talk about that next Rudetober episode, or one of the future Rudetober episodes because it's still Rudetober.
It's going to be Rudetober for the rest
When
of
the
the year
movie comes out.
because Tom Vember's dead.
Oh Jesus! Oh God! 3-man collision. Okay, Marte, you motherfucking beast! I love Marte.
Stop ignoring me when I say Tom Vember's dead.
You're not. You've been hyping Tom Vember up since last Rudetober, my guy.
Yeah, well, it's dead.
Bullshit.
It's dead. It's. I created Tom Vember. I can kill it.
Also, they've used cheaper pepperoni. This place. They used to have like real pepperoni. This was like out of a bag.
Yeah.
But listen, Marvel's got us by the balls. We're gonna keep watching Havoc though. And we'll get a recap of that probably in 2 episodes or something like that once the episodes are all done. What else you got going on for Rudetober, Tommy?
Oh boy!
Because I know that Rudetober for you, not a month.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
I watched. So one night I was just like, let me see if Amityville's up on anything. The original with Josh Brolin's father.
Yes.
Why am I drawing a blank on his father's name?
Mr. Brolin.
No, John Brolin.
Oh.
Holy shit, that movie is so good. Like
The original
Amityville Horror.
Okay.
So good because you see him slowly going in, descending into madness.
Mm-hmm. I think I've seen that movie once. Again, I'm not a horror guy.
So good. It's so good. And then I was just like, fuck it. I'm gonna watch the original. Not the original, the remake with Ryan Reynolds.
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds is too nice of a guy to play that part.
Yeah. They definitely were trying to edgy him.
Yeah, exactly.
Edgy him? That sounds dirty.
It would have been dirtier if you said they were trying to edge him.
They were trying to jerk him off until close to completion, and then they stopped.
Thanks for the explanation of what edging is.
Oh! That was someone from lawn.
I've
never seen that movie either.
Not as good. Chloe Moretz Grace is in it.
Okay.
Hey, girl.
Okay. She is?
Yeah, she plays the daughter. Speaking of her, I also did watch the remake of Carrie with her in it.
Right.
So the major issue with that
is Carrie Stephen King.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
The major issue with that is that Carrie is meant to be awkward.
The original is good.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Well, and also the main problem is that Chloe Moretz Grace, she's too pretty.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like, ooh, man, you're too pretty to be this character.
Right.
You
need
have
to be awkward.
Exactly, which is what Sissy Spacek was.
Right. Thank you. I didn't know who it was.
Yeah. But Julianne Moore as the mom, holy fuck!
I've seen clips, yeah.
Woo!
She's good. Good little actress, that Julianne Moore.
Yeah, hope she goes somewhere.
Yeah. That's her first thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Been listening to
love you, Julianne. Thanks for listening.
Been listening to a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
Just listened. finished listening to The Stand for like the 4th time.
Mm-hmm.
Last time I listened to that was like at the height of the pandemic. Because it's, topical.
Is The Stand
Stephen King.
Rudetober, or is it just Stephen King? I don't know much. Can you give me a 2-sentence
Review of The Stand?
Not a review, but just a summary.
So...
Is that the whole, like, want to see a dead body?
No, that's
Oh.
Stand By Me.
Oh.
The Stand, which I've never seen.
Wow. Okay. No. Now okay.
The Stand is like...
The vampire thing.
No, that's Salem's Lot.
Fucking hell.
Are you going to keep talking over me, or
I just want to
I...
keep guessing.
Yeah, how about you stop?
Okay, cool.
The Stand, a global pandemic happens and
Okay.
wipes out 90% of the world.
Man, I wish that never happens.
Yeah, it's like literally, he has a crystal ball somewhere. Stephen King. I did watch a...
Not when he was walking that fucking Rhode Island road and got hit by a fucking car. How about that?
While he was walking his dog, sadly.
No.
I think the dog was alright, though.
Alright, okay.
I will... I really do, and I did watch a documentary about, like, his books being brought to film.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it goes into the whole, like, more or less, like, the bullshit that The Shining was, that the Stanley Kubrick's Shining was.
Now, what's the bullshit with that? Because I think that, I'd have to say The Shining
It
is
is
probably
good,
the best
but it's not...
Stanley. Wow, Stephen King
So...
movie. Adaptation.
Okay, so they explained it in this documentary. It was like the way Stephen King writes, he writes with heart.
Okay.
So, like, The Shining is, like, is about, obviously, an author who, he's trying to find his next big project.
Yes.
He's also an alcoholic.
Right.
He accidentally broke his son's arm. So he's trying to constantly...
There's got a lot going on.
He's trying to constantly... And this was Stephen King's second book, while he was still drinking heavily.
Oh, okay. Not second book ever.
Yeah.
Oh, second book ever.
Salem's Lot, Carrie, and The Shining. I don't know what order. I think The Shining is the second.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Okay. I did not know that.
Yeah.
And we did a whole Stephen King episode. I don't remember that.
I might have mentioned that in that one. I talk a lot.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, it means like I go back and find it. Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But like the Stanley Kubrick movie, he's instantly already crazy, more or less. Like Jack Torrance is kind of, and that's due to Jack Nicholson. Not taking anything away from Jack Nicholson.
No, I don't think
like
you should take anything away from Jack Nicholson.
But like Jack Torrance is already fucking crazy in the head.
Yeah.
So
in the beginning of The Shining, he's a little.
And they actually
he's off.
And they didn't film at the Stanley Hotel. They were filming in London.
Okay.
They recreated the hotel. And the
Really?
hotel, yeah.
Huh.
So the TV miniseries that they did of The Shining was actually filmed at the hotel, the actual hotel. And my brother and sister-in-law, when they went there over Christmas, there are pictures of like that production.
Interesting.
And Ace Ventura was also filmed there as well. At the Stanley Hotel.
At Stanley Hotel?
Yep.
Yummy!
Was filmed there.
Interesting. Okay.
So there's a whole bunch of pictures of The Shining, and then a little picture
and
of
then
like,
Jim Carrey
yeah.
talking out of his asshole.
So I think that's what my brother said.
Right next to Stanley Kubrick.
But like,
it's like the fucking end of The Shining, and it's fucking Jack Valance. Is it Jack Valance? No, that's not his name. It's Jack
Torrance.
Jack Torrance. Thank you. In the fucking the New Year's Eve photo.
Yeah.
And it's fucking Ace Ventura.
But it's actually
back
Ace
there
Ventura.
talking
Yeah.
out of his ass.
That would be fucking scary.
I gotta watch Ace Ventura again.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Not
that in a
Rudetober
while.
related, so. What are you gonna do?
We may have to go to the movies for that.
We might have to.
That's a fun one.
I love Ace Ventura.
Ace Ventura is fun.
I don't think I've seen that movie full through in my adult life.
Yeah, same.
As a child, I've seen it. Oh, Lonzo, you.
He was safe.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody. What are the RudeTober stuff you've done, Tommy?
Jesus.
Because I know Stephen King's your boy.
Yeah. So is Mike Flanagan. Like, I like Mike Flanagan stuff. Mike Flanagan actually directed Doctor Sleep.
Yes.
Which is the continuation to
Yes.
The Shining. Did you ever see it?
No.
Very good.
I would like to.
Okay.
I like Ewan McGregor.
Yep.
And I like The Shining. So, like, and I like Mike Flanagan's work.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd like to check that out. Now that I have access to Max, I might check
Yeah,
that out.
I don't know how.
Yeah. I gotta get that on there.
I've been watching. I watched this movie called Oddity.
Okay.
It's about this.
Oh yeah.
It's about this girl. She's blind, but she can also see things.
Okay.
And she's trying to figure out who killed her twin sister.
Interesting. Okay. What is it available on?
I think we saw it on Shudder.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll show up on the flicks.
Okay.
It's good. It moved.
Mm-hmm.
Also watched this movie called Eli,
Okay.
which is about a little boy who has a condition he can't go outside.
What is he, like, allergic to?
He's allergic to everything.
Is he like an albino?
No,
Oh, I'm thinking
No.
of something different.
you're thinking of powder.
I'm thinking of powder.
Oh,
God damn it!
Or Bubble Boy.
How do you? No, not Bubble Boy. I'm thinking powder. God damn it, Tom. No, this is what you're thinking of. Like, God damn it, you're right. Shit, that's 2 for 2. I mean, this episode alone.
yeah. I mean,
Oh my God.
I just be consuming like.
Consume.
Consume. Currently, I'm listening to Salem's Lot, which
Right.
I love. I did watch the remake
Oh yeah,
of Salem's Lot.
Let's talk about that.
Wasn't great.
And let's not talk about that.
It had good ideas,
Sure.
but it wasn't executed well.
Right, and that's a shame.
The miniseries, the 2 miniseries are really good. So I do have to rewatch the one with Rob Lowe.
Right.
Look at that garlic salt.
Here you go, brother.
What about you?
Keep the vampires away. So, in addition to Agatha, and I think I talked about that I was either up to or I did watch Spider-Man the Animated Series. I'm doing a very slow, dragged-out rewatch.
Yeah.
And I was up to, as per RudeTober 1st, the Michael Morbius episode. Garlic salt. Get out of here. Yep. I watched that, and that arc is Morbius to Man-Spider to Blade.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's good stuff, you know what I mean? I'm like, this is RudeTober, you know what I mean? And, like, that is a very good arc of... not arc, but, like, a continuation of, you know, beginning to end. Because even, like, Season 2 of Spider-Man deals with, you know, Mary Jane's hesitation to be open with somebody else because of Hydro Man, and, you know, Peter being afraid he's going to turn into a mutant, so here are the X-Men, you know? So, like, all this stuff kind of is very well done, with also a lot of throwbacks to Season 1, with Kraven returning. Punisher is also in the mix, you know? Like, that's good stuff,
With
man.
this stupid headband.
Yeah, like, they make them, like, very high-techy, because they can't give them just a fucking handgun and just shoot people, but, like, you know, the computer, send out, ooh. Pretty good ending, though. But, you know, they can't just have Punisher just shoot a fucking bunch of people. What are you gonna do? Then why even do Punisher? So that was RudeTober. I'll count that as RudeTober related. That was, you know, it dealt with, you know, vampires and man-spiders and serial killers in a way, but they're heroes. It doesn't matter. On the video game front, I started to replay sort of, Luigi's Mansion 2 HD on the Switch. This came out this year in, like, March or some shit. And it is a high def... I've had it since. Can you imagine? Crazy, right? What a fucking world. It is a high def remake or revamp, retouch, whatever, re-up of a game we both love. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon on the 3DS. It takes... first off, to have Luigi's Mansion come back after 2001, I think, which was when the GameCube first debuted, and then nothing since until, like, I'm going to say 2014, I don't know, was bizarre. And Next Level Games, the studio behind Luigi's Mansion 2 and 3, did a phenomenal job with it, with the music, with the graphics. Like, if Illumination weren't the studio to do the Super Mario Brothers movie, like Next Level should have done it or something. Like, they just had the mannerisms and the animation and the just everything. It is so good. And Luigi's Mansion 3 is so good. It is such an amazing game. But to go back and play Luigi's Mansion 2 again on updated hardware, but it's kind of the same game, is a little bit of a bummer. Still a great game. But that game was made really with the handheld system in mind, meaning it was on the 3DS. So you're going to get a lot of things shooting out at the screen at you, you know what I mean? Or like angles, like, you know, like, which would probably like, oh, this would have been really cool on a fucking 3.5-inch screen that had isometric 3D or stereoscopic 3D, you know what I mean? Like, it kind of loses a lot on a 54-inch television. Yeah, I know. First world problems. I'm just saying, like, the game was made for a specific system, and then to then bring it out with, like, not a tremendous amount of, like, hoopla. You know what I mean? Like, they could have revamped a lot of stuff. What they could have done
My heart
is...
breaks for you.
I know, right? Thank you, Tom. What they could have done is they could have streamlined the mission structure, because, again, it's a handheld game. So the handheld system is in mind. So the developers are like, all right, here's the deal. We're going to have you not do, like, 3 hours of gameplay at once. We're going to have you go into the hotel or mansion, whatever the fuck they're sending you into at the tower. You're going to do an objective, and then you're going to come out, and then you're going to do something else, you know? Which I get, you know, like, you're flipping up the 3DS, you're playing the mission, and then you did it and you close it, right? Move on to the next day. They could have streamlined that to be like, hey, do you want to, like, continue? Do you want to stay in the game? You know, but you're constantly going back and forth. Whatever. It's a product of its time. Not the end of the world. Still a very good game. I'm still enjoying it. It is a little funky to play though, because I think like when you were playing it on the 3DS, it might have been the limitations of the system, and like you could use the gyro and stuff to like do fine tuning of using the poltergust to catch the ghosts, and I don't know. It just doesn't seem
poltergust
perfect. Not to say that I need to play a perfect game. It's just like it's like I'm still fumbling a little bit with the controls. Whatever. It is what it is. It's a breezy game. I'm probably a good quarter of it already through, and I started it yesterday. Good. So there's that. A game I do kind of want to bite my teeth into this Rudetober is right underneath that
webcam.
No, right underneath the
Skull?
Sparkly Skull, the Silent Hill 2 remake. That looks... So, let me tell you what's going on in my head. Let me tell you, brother. Silent Hill, my reference... What happened?
This moron wearing a mitt.
My reference... my frame of reference of Silent Hill is, I wasn't a Sony kid, right? Ooh, thank God. You saw that. You're like, good.
Fuck this guy.
Yeah, he's, look at him. Wow, he's pissed. Ooh, that's really good. He, wasn't a Sony kid. The first Silent Hill game I ever played was Silent Hill Shattered Dimensions on the Wii, which I loved because it was... that's a fucking walk. It was very good. Very spooky, but like the what am I trying to say? Psychologically spooky.
Yes.
I think I played like the Silent Hill 4 room demo off a magazine from EGM or some shit.
Okay.
So like, but that's it, you know, and that was creepy, you know. But this Silent Hill remake, which was Silent Hill 2, is probably one of the best games of the franchise, regardless of what was the game you fell asleep on? Was it Silent Hill 2? Awesome.
I'm respecting your time.
I know. I'm just curious because I know you're also
No,
biting
you're
your
trying
tongue.
to. You're
biting your tongue.
You're trying to bait me.
Well, because Tom, this is what this relationship is all about.
Fucking Tommaso Ciampa's warming up in the Mets
Ginger
bullpen.
Tommaso Ciampa.
Tommaso
McChampa. The Silent Hill 2 is a incredible game from what I understand. Did not play it on PS2. The remake, it came out, people were like, I don't know. Got incredible previews, incredible reviews, came out, and I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to buy it, and we're going to play it. Then I saw some gameplay, and I'm like, this game looks spooky.
So what you're saying is you want to play it while I'm here.
We might need to. You know,
okay.
we might. I thought even in the day when I used to play Resident Evil Remake, when I was in high school, I'm like, yeah, I need... This is going to be tough. This is going to be tough to do. But what are you going to do?
We'll do it. And we'll finish it at, the 12th hour on New Year's Eve like we did like we did Resident Evil.
I mean, speaking of, I do have intention to do the, I want to play the Separate Ways DLC for Resident Evil 4.
Right.
I still have another Dark Pictures anthology game I want to bang through because... I like those dumb movies. Yeah, they're kind of movies. I like those dumb games, you know.
Jaden Smith in this one?
One of them. I don't know.
Justice Smith, you idiot.
One. I don't know. Maybe both. I don't know. I don't know who's in this one. I don't know who the character is on this one. I don't even know the name of this one, but it's right there next to Star Fox Zero and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. But
never to be opened.
I also want to play. I downloaded this on my laptop, Tommy. Castlevania Revamped, which is apparently a Metroidvania-inspired reimagination of the first Castlevania game, which I've seen kind of came out. So I'm like, I want to try that out, you know. So I might do a what I did do on twitch.tv/RudeBoyz469 last week was I popped in a game and I streamed it for like about 2 hours. And then that's all you get, you know what I mean? Because like a little sample, you know. Would you like a sample? That's really what we're asking. And
would you like a portion?
Would you like a portion? Thank you. So I might do that for that, and because I don't know if I want to stream Silent Hill 2 all the way. Only because I'd probably want to play it at my own pace. And the same thing with Castlevania Revamped. And the same thing like our RudeBoyz Game Club game for Rudetober, Marvel's Midnight Suns. So I streamed the first 90 minutes of this, twitch.tv/RudeBoyz469, and the archive is on our YouTube page, youtube.com/@RudeBoyz469. But we are playing together, Tommy and I, Marvel's Midnight Suns. Quick premise, it's you take the Marvel Comics universe, right? Kind of focusing on like the demons and the magic and the dark magic and all that stuff. And it's also a card game, which is interesting. Deck building. Okay, thank you. That's probably the best way to put it. And I enjoyed it. I am enjoying it. I like the loop. I like the hooks of it.
The crooks.
The loop, the hook, and the crooks. I like all that stuff. I am enjoying it. It took me a minute to get around it, but like I think the stream helped too because it was like, oh, okay, this is interesting. Tommy, what are your thoughts? Because my thoughts are out on there on the internet. So.
I am enjoying it.
Yes. Okay. Great.
I have gripes.
Okay. I'm sure I have gripes as well, but we'll talk about it. What do you like about it?
What I like, I do like the cast of characters. I do
some cuts, some deep cuts.
Yeah. I do like how they can they kind of have Tony Stark not being too much like Robert Downey Jr.
Yes, that's a big thing I like
He's
about
more
this.
like the animated series Iron Man.
Okay.
Like his look. Doctor Strange having an English accent throws me off.
Mm-hmm.
He even looks surprised.
Sometimes he does, yes.
Magic I like.
Yes.
Wish they would have used Danny Ketch instead of Robbie Reyes. That's just me.
Okay. You are Danny Ketch stan.
Yes.
Yep.
Danny
Danny Ketch probably is like the redheaded stepchild of the Ghost Riders animation, right?
Yeah.
Because you got the OG.
Yep.
And you got the OG.
Yep.
Because you could even go that far.
Yep.
You know, like your who's the Flash OG? Jay Garrick. And then you go the new hotness with Robbie Reyes.
Well, even the new hotness.
Well, as per the game coming out,
Dakin.
right? But as per the game coming out, Danny Ketch is there. You know?
Yeah, I know, which sucks.
I'm sorry.
He's like the middle child.
Yeah.
Gets forgotten.
Oh boy.
We're gonna open some.
Oh,
We're opening some deep-seated shit.
Woo! The baggage, baby. The baggage claim has just arrived. I like the cast as well.
Yeah.
I think in addition to having your mainstream Iron Mans and even Doctor Strange, because he has a major motion picture out, you know, Captain Marvels and shit like that. Like, you have your Magic, who has only been in one bullshit movie.
Oh, fuck you. That movie is fantastic.
I get it, but it's not like the caliber.
Well, then you take that back.
I won't. It just is what it is.
It's not a bullshit movie.
It's kind of a bullshit movie.
It's a fucking
She
good
was
movie.
great in it. Anna Joy's portrayal of Magic was really good. I mean, albeit a bit racist, but what are you going to do? She's Russian and, you know, just comes from a different world. Like, you know, I'm not trying to defend anybody's racism, but it's like, yikes.
Sometimes you have to.
Wow. Okay. Well, all right. I'm trying to backpedal.
Yeah.
Tommy's just pushing me forward.
Yup.
Nico, who I have a bit of a soft spot for. Tom.
So,
You can't romance characters in this game. I'm going to get in the code and romance this character hard.
so here's the thing. You didn't.
Everybody's so sexy in this game. I'm sorry.
You didn't need the character Hunter. You
No.
could have made Nico your main character.
This game has so much. Like, it's a character creator game, and it's relationship building, and it's like take them on dates, and like side missions, and fucking like it's crazy. But you're right. Like, but I would like if they were. I mean, obviously this game came out like a year and a half ago, whatever the fuck it was. If they did like a tie-in to like a Midnight Sun story or something like back in the day, have like a 5-issue miniseries dealing with Hunter to establish him in the Marvel Comics lore, because that's what I do like about games like this and the Guardians of the Galaxy game, where they do respect the bigger lore. And that's what I love about something like when they name drop Mephisto in Agatha All Along. I'm like, okay, great. That's what I like, because this universe is bigger than the dumb shit I'm watching right now. Not calling it dumb shit, but it's like, you know, they're fighting ghosts in a house. You know, like, give me something with a little more. You guys are clearly not the first magical people in this universe, so talk to me about that. You know, that's what I like. But like, have like a 5-issue miniseries about Hunter, and just call him Hunter. You don't have to call him the Hunter. Maybe the character's name is Hunter. A little on the nose, but fine. And then have like a different artist draw that character. So it could be whoever. You know, it could be a legend. It could be whomever you wanted it to be. It doesn't have to be a hot dude who is apparently my pick, and it's very distracting. But, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, you're right. It's a character creating. You're playing an original character. OC, do not steal. And you're not romancing, you're befriending and going on dates with the sexiest characters in the Marvel Universe. Basically, that's really what it comes down to. So who do you have unlocked so far? Because I know I ended up...
Robbie was the last one I unlocked.
Who?
Robbie.
Right. So, okay,
yeah.
Ghost Rider. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. I got to...
He bugs me.
Well, is that because you're Danny Ketch preference, or...
No, his abilities bother me. Like, I did that one ability, I was like, oh, word, I have no more cards.
So, we did kind of beat around the bush a little bit. It is a deck building game.
Fuck.
So they're tight, right? They really fucking torqued them down. No, they are still twists, but yeah, they're fucking. I don't know, man. They really Miller. I don't know what you guys did with your beer caps, but you guys are fucking toy.
Toy like a tight cup.
Everyone
has a dumper in this.
I have to show you what I did in my main room.
Oh God! How many pictures of Nico are up?
Just one. Oh wow! Let's clink it up.
You're a monster.
He's an animal.
He's an animal.
An animal.
An animal.
Can't believe it. It's a deck building game.
Right.
Every mission you go in with 3 characters. Maybe one of them is story based or
Right.
whatever. Did you get to the point yet where you can do side missions or not yet? Because that does unlock. There's a lot of like shit that unlocks day to day.
Right now I'm supposed to be hanging out with everyone.
Okay, so not yet.
Yeah.
Once that ends, and the game basically ends up being like, all right, you can do whatever the fuck you want now. Like,
Yeah.
leave me alone. Like that. I was like, all right, cool. But you pick 3 characters, and those 3 characters have a deck. We're gonna call it a deck because that's what it is. It's a series of abilities that these characters come into the scuffle with. So let's say we say Hunter, we say Blade, and who's another character you fuck around with?
Well, I mean, right now I've only been fucking around with who they let me fuck around with.
Okay, so you're still a little earlier in the game than I am. We'll say Ghost Rider. Okay, these characters all have different attributes in addition to just being like, play this card and it knocks back a character, or it life steals, or
Fucking Blade's a
or if you
beast.
KO them then it's a card refund, because there's all these rules. There's a lot of fucking rules, but like surprisingly, like my mind is like seeing it. You know what I mean? I'm like beautiful minding it. Like it's crazy. I'd give up in a heartbeat.
Right.
If it wasn't for like, I think just the animation and just like the stuff. And I did bump it down to easy, basic story difficulty, and it's just like it's a breeze sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I just play side missions just to get like, I need credits. Cool, give me credits. Like done. Like it's nice like that. But Blade has his deck is mostly based on as his character is. He
A blade.
He is a blade, so he stabs people to cause bleeding. And when characters are bleeding, his lifesteal ability, because he is part vampire, his Damper, he, that strengthens him up more, you know what I mean? Or he heals more when they're bleeding. Hunter has an ability you might not have gotten to yet. They throw... Another aspect of this game is they do like a light and dark mechanic. So like depending on how you interact with people in the Abbey, which is also a thing that happens, like what the fuck, strengthens some moves, or if you use a light move that strengthens your light alignment or whatever. Like
Think
it's
about how that one guy's earpiece is bedazzled. Not his.
what, Big Poppy?
Yeah, Big Poppy's earpiece is like fucking diamond encrusted.
Because he's Big Poppy. You can't be called Big Poppy and not have a diamond encrusted. That is pretty good. Actually, that's really good. Wow, that is really good. Good for him.
Like, oh man, I caught that out while you were talking. I was like, that's really
not
distracting.
listening to me.
No, not at all.
Excellent.
I was looking at Big Poppy's Mr. T cosplay.
That is, I mean, he's Big Poppy though. What are you gonna do?
Mr. Poppy.
So, Ghost Rider, for an example, Ghost Rider has a Souls technique, which every person he KOs, I think, some of these things I still don't under fucking stand. He has a Souls technique, which I think the more people you KO, boosts your the potency of your attacks. If you let it go for so long,
Uh-huh.
you start losing souls, and so you start losing health. Like, it's weird. So the way I play Ghost Rider is you kind of just gotta hit, and then like you gotta hit hard, and then just like life steal. You know, like he's gotta be like up front. You know, a character like Nico is like a buff. Magic, when you get to play as Magic,
if I never have to use Ghost Rider again,
right.
I will be happy.
Okay. Ghost Rider I love because his one fucking heroic ability where he pulls out the fucking car. I'm like, this is
but then it
dope.
wipes out.
It does, yeah. No, it's a big.
So if you use it too early, like I used it to fucking bring the helicopter down half health. I was like, all right, that's what you're good for, you fucking mook.
Wow. Character like Nico is very much like a buffs. Okay. Doctor Strange kind of does like, you know, his abilities get stronger kind of like the longer the match goes, with like when your heroic whatchamacallit counter goes up, you know what I mean? It's like enchanted. I don't fuck with Iron Man too much. The few missions I did with him, his abilities get stronger when you redraw.
Yeah. Right.
So everybody has like their own quirk.
I'm just going to be using Magic and Wolverine once I unlock Wolverine.
Magic's weird, though.
Yeah, is she? Okay.
I'm going to just say, like, Magic, I don't really understand. Magic has, like, one good move that's, like, fucking phenomenal, but everything else is, like, I thought it did something else. Like, she opens up portals, so I'm like, oh, cool. That's like a KO. No, it just teleports him someplace else. I'm like, I don't know if I really want that.
Well, it's like using Hunter's Whip. It, like, just puts them across the board.
No, but that you can control at least. You're like picking a guy and being like, there's some whip moves with knockback.
Okay.
That you aim them over there or something like that. With Magic though, it's like if she's over here and she creates a portal over here, right? So the next move she knocks a dude into the portal. Can't be anybody. It's got to be Magic. When Magic knocks a dude into that portal, they basically just swap positions. And I'm like, what the fuck does that fucking do? I'm sure it's great, because she's got one move. When you see it, you'll know. I don't want to spoil it, because we're trying to game club it. But she's got one move where it's like, oh, that's really good. But I'm enjoying it. I enjoy the loop of it. Like, I'm literally going, like, I wake up, I check the shit I researched.
Right.
You know, I try to get in Nico's pants. I do a mission. I come back. I hang out with Spider-Man.
You
and then I go to bed.
Spider-Man?
You know? Well, yeah, spoiler alert, Spider-Man's in the game. Like, you already seen him in a cutscene,
yes.
and he's on the fucking box art.
I didn't know that. I didn't look at the box art.
You didn't look at the box
No.
Piece of shit.
I actually opened it upside down.
With my eyes closed.
Uh-huh. And I just put it in.
I got you. Well, sounds like your sex
You
life.
with Nico.
Hey! And on that note, I think that'll do it for the first RudeTober edition of the RudeBoyz.
Kind of the only RudeTober.
No, it's still the 14th. We still got some time. But we still got, listen, we've been doing some behind the scenes talk. We got some ideas for movies. On the Discord, we did vote on what our first RudeTober, RudeBoyz Go to the Movies will be. And it's going to be the original Scream. So be on the lookout for that. Also be on the lookout for maybe any other RudeBoyz Go to the Movies, RudeTober related stuff. Just saying. You're going to get more Agatha All Along thoughts. You're going to get more Marvel's Midnight Suns talk. It's RudeTober, baby.
Yeah. You get more me talking about bullshit I'm watching?
Sure. Listen, that's what RudeTober's all about.
Thanks for explaining how RudeTober.
Oh my god. We're done.
Forever.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us, Nation. Again, review us on on your podcast platform of choice. Send it to us. DM it to us on our social media platforms. All our social media stuff is on linktr.ee/RudeBoyz. And get into the Discord. I will have a new URL up by the time of the new podcast, the new episode. And join the Discord. We're getting that started, and hopefully in 2025 we'll, have a good foundation of...
We'll have about 10 people.
Yeah. That's probably as many people as fucking follow us on YouTube. Actually, no, we have 30 YouTube subscribers.
Where the fuck are you in the Discord, motherfuckers?
Yeah, what's up with that? Well, this does go to YouTube, so I don't know. But anyway, Nation, thank you for joining us on the spooky, kooky edition of the RudeBoyz Power Hour Plus.
This has been a presentation of the RudeBoyz Podcast Network.
Oops.